In this video, we will show you top 10 movies all-time best movies based on true stories. Watch ZJ to watch top 10 trends. Don't forget to subscribe channel to watch exciting trends. Number 1. The Imitation Game. This compelling film, starring the brilliant Benedict Cumberbatch, aka Sherlock, in the main role, tells the story of computer scientist Alan Turing, who tries to crack the Enigma code that the Nazis used to provide security for their radio messages during World War II. Turing was a genius but very difficult to work with, as he considered his colleagues inferior to him. However, he will have to overcome both the mathematical and social difficulties if he is to succeed.
I want a new car. Datsun runs great. I don't want anything.
Everything has to be different.
Number 2. Into the Wild. A true story movie about one man's spiritual journey through the natural world. Into the Wild reflects the many conflicts and problems that trouble those uneasy with a materialistic life. It's underpinned with a wish to be free and independent, escape the norms of society and discover transcendence in nature. After graduating from Emory University, top student and athlete Christopher McCandless abandons his possessions, gives his entire $24,000 savings account to charity and eventually hitchhikes to Alaska to follow his dream. Cue Alexander Supertramp, the legend that was to be.
Mutual Bank, how may I help you?
I'd like to cash this check here and then.
Number 3. Catch Me If You Can. Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks play leading roles in this feature film based on the life of Frank Abagnale Jr. The young Abagnale became an expert in forgery and disguise, and managed to cash checks for millions of dollars, acting as a Pan Am pilot, a doctor and a legal prosecutor along the way. What's more impressive, he did it all before his 19th birthday, and the only reason he did this was to bring his parents, who got into hard financial circumstances and consequently split up, back together. The film combines comic scenes with rapid action and excellent. Number 4. Beautiful Mind. This movie, which tells the story of mathematical prodigy John Forbes Nash Jr., is proof that often there is a fine line between pure genius and madness. Viewers get a close look at the life of this incredibly gifted individual played by Russell Crowe, who at the same time is extremely burdened. Nash had schizophrenia, which strongly affected his personal life, relationships with family and friends, and his job. Number 5. American Sniper. This dramatic adaptation by Clint Eastwood is a visceral account of Navy SEAL sniper Chris Kyle, whose pinpoint accuracy saved countless lives and turned him into a legend during the war in Iraq. However, when he was finally released from his duty of war and comes back home, Kyle struggled to escape the haunting shadow of war and death, and had difficulty reconnecting with his wife and children. Number 6. The Pianist. The Pianist, directed by Roman Polanski and starring Adrian Brody, is a film about Polish Jewish musician Władysław Szpilman, who struggles to survive the destruction of the Warsaw Ghetto during World War II. This critically acclaimed movie won 3 Oscars, a Palme d'Or and many other significant awards to boot.
First out of high school, got married and had a kid too young. I'm extremely fast learner. You got a really nice office.
Number 7. The Erin Brockovich. This movie, which won Julia Roberts an Oscar for her role as the protagonist, represents the life of small-town lawyer and mom of 3 kids, Erin Brockovich. Brockovich, without any suitable educational background, gets hired as a lawyer, accidentally stumbles upon a major case of water poisoning that has led to many cancerous diseases in her town and takes the fight to big business. It's a truly compelling and interesting tale. Number 8.300. This film tells the true story of the Spartan king Leonidas and his 300 men who fought the Persians at the Battle of Thermopylae, which took place between Greece and Persia, modern-day Iran, in 480 BC. With Gerard Butler as the king and Lena Headey, aka Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones, as his queen, the film combines stunning visuals with great acting and makes history come to life.
I guess where that is. Oh, I know where Canada is. I've been there myself.
Number 9. 12 Years a Slave. This biographical drama documents the life of Solomon Northup, a free black man from upstate New York, who was kidnapped and sold into slavery in 1841. 12 Years a Slave won Best Picture at the Oscars and was hugely revered by audiences and critics. Not only was it brilliantly directed by Steve McQueen, but the movie was touching and realistic.
Yep, on a daily basis I consume.
Number 10. Wolf of Wall Street. In 1987, Jordan Belfort, Leonardo DiCaprio, takes an entry-level job at a Wall Street brokerage firm. By the early 1990s, while still in his 20s, Belfort founds his own firm, Stratton Oakmont. Together with his trusted lieutenant, Jonah Hill, and a merry band of brokers, Belfort makes a huge fortune by defrauding wealthy investors out of millions. However, while Belfort and his cronies partake in a hedonistic brew of sex, drugs and thrills, the SEC and the FBI close in on his empire of excess.